Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. So my question this week has to do with dark entities and protection.
Mhm.
So, I keep having these two different perspectives in my life of some people. I'm in spiritual circles, not necessarily Kundalini circles, but where a lot of people have been telling me like you really have to do a protection around yourself. Your energy is too open, you really have to do it. And I keep forgetting to do it. The truth is, I forget. And on the other hand, I keep hearing, well, when you have Kundalini, you're protected and everything's fine. So I don't know. But when the Kundalini got activated 2 years ago, I remember going into meditation and closing my eyes and seeing these like dark faces or like it looked like demons or but for some reason I wouldn't really get scared. I would think perhaps it's just a projection of my own fears, of my own lower emotions that I was now able to see that I couldn't see before. So I that's the way I saw it. And for example, sometimes I have a lot of kriyas and my body will shake and move, and sometimes my face would have these very like it looked like demon faces. Like I had never done these expressions before in my face, like fear, maybe anger, hatred, I don't know. And again, I think it's probably my own unseen lower emotion. So what I would do in those moments is I would try to send it love to that emotion, and then my face would start smiling. So I feel that's it. But at the same time, I'd had instances where that time when you're starting to wake up in the morning. At one point I would feel like this energy trying to enter in my left side of my body, and I would just push it away, or had this vision of this entity like drinking something out of my neck, and it was like a dark entity. So I had sort of that vision. And my viewpoint on it is that, because people tell me you have to protect yourself, and maybe I'm naive, I don't know. I think that isn't the universe me anyway? And could it be that these things that I'm seeing as are everything is a projection of me? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. And isn't there light in everything? And so even if they would be dark entities, aren't they also trying to push me towards the light in any way?
Mhm.
So what is your perspective of that? Do you think, yeah, how do you see? Do you really think I have to do these protection things? I mean, I don't, nothing's going wrong, but I keep hearing you have to protect. And so what do you think?
Great. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Catherine. Intense topic. Not to be afraid for those listening who haven't yet or haven't experienced this. I shouldn't have used the word yet. Probably scared some people. You may never experience it, and that's okay. Um, Entities, are they a projection of ourselves or are they actual things out in the world? Well, I think both paradigms can be accepted and adopted. You could say that for you and I, are you just a projection of me? Am I just a projection of you? Are you real? Are you a real individual, or are we all connected in one? It's all one thing. It doesn't really make much difference because we have to interact with what's arising um, with as much wisdom as we can. And so it doesn't serve me to say, right now, Catherine is just a projection of myself. Therefore, I don't have to talk to her. I've got to respond to you as if you're out there. And so if you feel that if an entity is coming to you as if it's something from out there, you have to respond to it as if it was, which means you put up a boundary. And that's what people are talking about when they're referring to, these protections and these rituals and this type of, practices that we can do to keep ourselves safe. Ultimately, it boils down to this. Confidence is the greatest protection. If you're not afraid, you don't need protection. If you're not afraid, that means you're confident and you are protected. Okay. A confident person doesn't need to do any ritual. Confident person is confidence. It's confident. And that's it. An afraid person needs to do a ritual. And when they do the ritual, what does that do? It brings about confidence because they say, oh, I did the ritual. Now I can relax. I'm safe. So the fear goes away. Now they're confident. So you can skip the ritual and just go to confidence. If you're already there, great. You don't have to worry. Your confidence gets tested by these entities that maybe will try to come towards you. Now, whether they're coming from deep within your subconscious, whether they're coming from outside, doesn't matter. Yeah, I think you're right on track where you love it, you recognize it. I see you, but you're not welcome here. Eventually, you've got to leave. I see you. Continue on your journey, and they always do. If you're afraid, that's when they start really, you know, sticking around. If you're afraid of an emotion, it persists. If you're afraid of a traumatic memory from your past, it persists. If you're afraid of some demon creature thing, it's going to hang around you. Fear is their permission slip to stick around. Confidence is how you banish them and how they leave. So that's basically what's going on here. Now, many people have this sort of phase where they begin to kind of get these experiences in dreams and visions. They maybe have a sense of like these entities around. It's just to solidify some boundaries and help you to develop that confidence where you can say, I banished the demon. Look how powerful I am. Boundaries. I'm so confident. This is amazing. I actually have an experience in which I quite literally shoot away like a scary demon that would have, you know, really terrified me before, but now it's like, yeah, of course, no problem. So they initiate us in this way. Then that all applies to, you know, our regular life in our world. We have boundaries. There's people around that you know, want to do the same thing. They want to take our energy. They want to waste our time, hurt us, et cetera, et cetera. And so having confidence, they leave you alone. And this, you know, of course, it's a huge topic and a buzzword, but many people on the spiritual path will identify as empaths. And you know, who becomes the perpetrators of empaths is narcissists, right? Narcissists don't take advantage of confident people. Narcissists take advantage of people that are in fear, they're vulnerable, they're insecure. Same with entities. So just cultivate confidence. If you have it, great. Don't worry about the protection. That's for between this group here, that's for beginners. Okay. It's for beginners. You don't need to, if you want to, sure, go ahead, have fun, be with the crystals and all that stuff. It's fun. It's okay. But all of that is just a stepping stone to confidence where you can just walk in the world knowing who you are and all is welcome. So that's what I can say a little bit about the entities. So I see you're, I'm just going to ask you to unmute. I just muted you. Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, what a great answer. That's great. And also, you know what I think gives me confidence is just to whatever they are, whether they're an expression or they're me. I mean, I guess I'll just know when I die and I really know the answer, but you know, just I love them, and I guess that's the best protection. No, I just love them, and I feel like everybody leaves me in peace. I don't feel anything wrong. So it isn't loving whatever is the answer at the end.
Ultimately, yes, yes. And just for those out there, love doesn't mean come here, give me a hug. Love means I see you.
Right.
You can have a boundary with love. You can love from a distance, and you must, especially things that you identify as not good for you. People, entities, all of that. You can love it. I see you. I like to think that there's a chain link fence. I can see you, we can talk, but don't get too close. You can't. So it's like
Right.
that. It's like that. So loving from a distance. Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you.